You got some leftover bread around the house. You're saying, well, I don't know if it's going to... It's not quite the freshest, but it's still edible. I still want to use it, but I don't want to make a sandwich out of it, the classic peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so I've got half a loaf of Italian bread from yesterday. A couple things we can do with it, a couple different dishes. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a mozzarella in carozza. Mozzarella in carozza. What that translates is mozzarella in a carriage. Now, I don't know why they say in a carriage. What we do is we slice a couple pieces of bread right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to basically make a glorified grilled cheese sandwich. The difference is we're going to pan fry it, and we're not going to use the grill to do it, but we're going to do the whole thing with a little batter. So first thing I got is some really good prosciutto ham. Now, my dad has this theory about prosciutto ham. We buy prosciutto. Now, you could buy it for like $4 a pound. You could buy it for $19 a pound. We buy the really good imported prosciutto di Parma, which really just tastes awesome. Okay, we're going to make a real simple batter. And in the batter, I have some eggs. So I think we'll do one more for this one sandwich. Let's do another one. We've got some, wash my hands here a little bit. We've got some eggs. We've got some parsley. And we just kind of chopped up a little Italian parsley. A little bit of salt. Now this is great when you have those leftover loaf of bread you don't know what to do with. I mean, you can make garlic bread out of it. That would work. But this, I think, is just really, really killer. A little bit of cheese. You can add a touch of cream to this if you wanted to. So again, what you can do here is we make fresh mozzarella in the restaurant. The only thing about the fresh mozzarella, why I didn't use it today, is the fresh mozzarella has more moisture in it, a lot more moisture in it. And what ends up happening is it's going to melt a lot quicker. So for a dish like this, although it might taste really awesome, it can end up leaking through and bleeding through the batter. No big deal, but for TV and for the camera, I thought we used the sliced. But it's a smoked mozzarella. And I think, again, smoked mozzarella and some really good prosciutto ham, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so first thing we want this batter to stick. So what we're going to do is we'll get our pan a little hot there. We've got some flour first, some all-purpose flour. And no, I don't season my flour. I know you watch these guys on TV and they say, I don't know where you're from, but where I buy my flour, it doesn't come seasoned. But you know something? I'll tell you what. I'm going to prove a point. Let's do it this way. Matt, I want you to do me a favor. Here, take a taste. Chow down. Tell me if that's seasoned enough. Are you going to really you're not going to eat on that, are you? No, you're not. See, that's the point. How do you know if that's seasoned enough? You're not going to take a spoon of flour and take a bite. You don't know if I seasoned it enough, not enough, too much. You have no idea. So for me to season that with salt and pepper or to put some other herbs or spice in there, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to wait until I make this batter, and then I'm going to taste it. All right, so we have our flour here. The reason I want to use the flour first is I want the egg to stick. The flour is going to help us make the egg stick. Okay, so we've got some flour. We've got our egg. And now what I do, I double dip. I know, you're not supposed to double dip, but I tell you, a dish like this, double dip, we get a lot more batter on it. In our pan, we're going to add some oil. Now this is one of those times where an olive oil is probably not the best first choice. I'll tell you why. What you're going to do is you want not only do you want the oil to get hot, you don't want the flavor of olives in there because you want to taste everything else. So we're going to add just some blended oil. Get that nice and hot. We have some butter? Yeah. What that's going to do is it's going to actually help the bread to get a little golden brown. And so the butter melts at a lower point, but by using the blended oil, we actually raise that a little bit, so we're doing fine. Plus, grilled cheese and butter, I mean, that just makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so hot pan, oil and butter sizzling. We're going to take our eggs. From our eggs, we're going to put right in the pan. We're going to pull this guy out. This guy's ready to go. Okay, so the idea of this is that you want to get as much coated outside as you can. Let's see, that guy's still going. Just going to do this. Now, you could serve this with a little bit of ketchup. You can serve this with some fresh tomato sauce. You can serve with the tomato sauce out of the jar if you wanted to. Why you would do that, I have no idea. But to me, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. Cheese, look at this, Matt. Look in the back here. See this? Look at how the cheese just started to melt out. That's what I was saying. If we use fresh mozzarella, the only problem with the fresh mozzarella is that you'd end up having it ooze out all over the place. We keep it in the sandwich. Put a little bit of the fried egg right on top that we had extra in the pan. And there you go, a real simple dish.